is Chief Communications Officer for the City of Des Moines. Welcome to City Talk. The city is buzzing with activity and events during this beautiful spring season. Everything from construction projects to library programs are blossoming all over Des Moines. Today, we're on location at the Forrest Avenue Library, where we're going to show you their beautiful Early Literacy Center. And we have the scoop on the AViD Author Series that begins in April and runs through early November. Plus, we're going to give you some tips on the digital technologies at the Des Moines Public Library. So don't go away. We have some real news that you can use. City Talk will be right back. We are on location at the Forrest Avenue Library. This is one of the 6 library locations in the city. My first guest is Jan Kaiser. She is the Marketing Director for the Des Moines Public Library System. Thank you, Jan, so much for being our guest today. The Des Moines libraries are very busy all year round, and in the spring, the activity really increases. One of the biggest spring programs is the AViD Author Series, and it is one that people just absolutely love.
They do, and we have had so many calls asking because we were just a little bit late announcing the fantastic lineup, and it's obvious people in Des Moines love AViD.
Wonderful. Tell us then what you've got planned for this year.
Okay, and I should point out that AViD stands for Authors Visiting in Des Moines. Perfect. We have a wonderful lineup. It's always such a pleasure. It all kicks off on April 16th with Cheryl Strayed, and Cheryl's book, Wild, was Oprah's new book club selection, her wonderful 2.0 book club selection. It's about Cheryl's trip all by herself hiking the Pacific Crest Trail.
Wow. A
harrowing journey. Wonderful book, and it seems like every member of a book club that I've talked to in the last month says, oh, my book club is reading that.
Oh, wonderful.
So that'll be April 16th at Central Library. All the events start at 7 p.m. and of course they're all free.
Well, now tell us a little bit more about the schedule, because I saw you have some are at 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
That's right.
So let's kind of go over what the schedule is. We're starting later in the year. So how is the lineup going to go? That's
right. The ones on Sundays are starting at 3 p.m. Thanks for catching that. We have this wonderful bookmark, so stop into the library, pick it up. It's got all the details. I will just share real quickly. Karen Thompson Walker is coming on Wednesday, April 24th to the Central Library at 7 p.m. And she's going to be talking about her new book, The Age of Miracles, another great book discussion book. It's the story of what happens when the rotation of the Earth slows down gradually. And so the days and the nights get longer, and there's these 2 different types of people. There's the clock time people and the sun time people. Oh my. And they kind of don't always agree on things, and so you've got one neighbor mowing the grass while the sun's shining and the other one thinking it's nighttime. And it's just a fascinating tale, and you know, it's timely. With all of the global warming and all those discussions. Yeah. This takes a real serious look at it, but it's a fascinating read. I couldn't put it down.
Okay, all right.
Then we have Sunday, April 28th, Ayanna Mathis, and that is Oprah's second book club selection. We are so thrilled. Ayanna is actually going to be teaching at the University of Iowa this semester. Oh, really? And so we were lucky enough to get her to come to Des Moines to talk about her book, The 12 Tribes of Hattie. Yes. And I don't know if you've read that book, but again, a fascinating book about African Americans who have come north, left the South to come north for a better life, and it's multi-generational, just a beautiful book.
And her mother had 11 children and a grandchild, which made the 12. So I haven't finished the book, but it sounds very interesting.
It is a wonderful, wonderful book, and we are so lucky to have Oprah's 2 first picks right here in Des Moines.
Yes.
Then in May, we have Michael Perry coming, and he is going to be here on Monday, May 13th at 7 p.m. And he's been compared to Wisconsin's Garrison Keillor. He has his own radio show up in Wisconsin. He lives on a farm. He's written a book called Truck. He's written one called Coop, which was about raising poultry. He is funny. He's a musician. He's going to be talking about his newest book, Visiting Tom, which is about his neighbor that lives down the road a piece. He is going to be such fun. And we have Kyle Munson from the Register is going to moderate. So I think putting those two together, it promises to be a great evening.
I agree.
Then we have Mary Jane Clark in June 17th. Mary Jane writes mysteries, and she's coming to talk about what she calls her wedding cake mysteries, about a caterer who creates wedding cakes and also solves murders. So that's a fun one.
That's a combination.
And that's Monday, June 17th at 7 p.m. And then our finale is Amy Tan, who most people will know from her wonderful book, The Joy Luck Club. She's on book tour, going to be here on November 10th, Sunday afternoon, 3 p.m. So mark your calendars for that. And that's going to be a free event as part of AViD and the WOW Festival.
Wonderful. And tell them what WOW stands for.
WOW stands for Wonder of Words, and it's a celebration of the written word with all kinds of events that we are planning. Last year was our first year. This is our second. We're just very excited about it, and this is in conjunction with the Downtown Community Alliance.
Okay. Well, now we know it's free. Tell us quickly about seating.
Seating is first come, first served.
All right. And give us a little history about the AViD Author Series. How long has it been around, and how did it begin?
This is actually our 13th year. I just can't believe it. It started, the Des Moines Public Library Foundation funds it, and it was started really as a way to connect citizens in Des Moines with more authors.
Okay. How do you select the authors? You have all these wonderful writers. How do you select them?
Well, it's kind of like putting together a puzzle, but we have this wonderful committee of staff members and local people who all are book lovers. Getting together with them is almost like a book discussion group itself. And they come with a wish list, and then we kind of narrow it down. We strive for great diversity in all ways, from genre, gender, culture, so that hopefully we've got an author for just about everybody each year.
This has got to be expensive. So do you cover the expenses for the authors to travel here to Des Moines?
Well, one of the things that we've done, thankfully, we have the Des Moines Public Library Foundation, which totally funds this.
Okay.
But we also work very closely with publishers, and we get a lot of the authors on book tour. Okay. So many times the publishers are anxious to get their people here. And you know, the great thing is that Des Moines supports this program so well. And authors love to come here. When they've been here, they ask to come back even.
Wonderful.
So it's a real compliment to Des Moines and to the people of Des Moines.
And it is a wonderful experience. You do have an opportunity for a little Q&A afterwards.
Always, yes.
And book signings.
Book signings. We work with the two independent bookstores here in Des Moines,
Okay.
Beaverdale Books and The Bookstore. They come, they sell the books. People can stand in line, and sometimes they do stand in line a long time because
Yes.
we get lots of people at these events. But our authors are so generous and kind and patient and willing to sign.
See, and that's why they love us too.
They do.
Because you have some real love for books and literacy here in Des Moines. This is a great project, and you get some great sponsors. And I
We
really want you
do.
to tell us about who sponsors this project.
We do. We couldn't do it without the generous support that we get. And of course, that all goes through the Des Moines Public Library Foundation. We've received funding from Nationwide Insurance Foundation, the Downtown Community Alliance, and the WOW Festival. Douglas and Deborah West have been longtime sponsors of this program. Humanities Iowa and the National Endowment for the Humanities, again, longtime sponsors of this program. Wells Fargo, Iowa Public Radio, Dr. Richard Deming, Principal Financial Group Foundation, Harry Bookie and Pamela Bass Bookie, Ellen Hubble, and Hoyt Sherman Place Theater.
Wonderful. And all of the Des Moines community thank these sponsors for providing this wonderful free program to everyone in our community. I want to touch just quickly on a few things. We have a few minutes left. You have so much new digital technology here at the library. Tell me what One Click Digital is.
One Click Digital is our newest digital resource, and it is from Recorded Books. It's a way of downloading audiobooks onto your iPhone, your iPad, your Android, all types of tablets. I think we've got 4,000 different titles that are available, and of course, they're free.
And we have ebooks too. That's another really nice feature that I like, because I can bring my tablet in to the library. Why don't you tell them how that works?
Yes, we have two different resources, the 3M Cloud Library and Wilper, which we've had for quite a while, but 3M Cloud is even easier, so I definitely recommend that. In addition to having those that you can download on your own tablet or your own smartphone, we even check out e-readers.
That's right.
Yes.
So one can really get a chance to play with those and see if they really like them before they go out and purchase it.
Yeah, if they just don't know what they think about ebooks, this is a great way to try it out. And you just come in with your library card, check it out, and the librarians will help you download something. You can give it a try.
You know, the whole digital electronic medium is moving more and more into the library. How is that changing things for operations at the library?
Well, it is changing things, and our librarians are challenged to keep up with all of this technology, but they're doing a great job. They, in fact, we are now offering something called free advice for your device classes. So you can come in, bring your device, your smartphone in, and attend any of our classes. They're available at all 6 locations throughout the month. The times are quite varied, so it would be best to go onto our website at www.dmpl.org and look up the schedule. But there would be a date and time available for just about anybody. Bring in their device, and our librarians will walk you through it. In addition, we even have online magazines now called Zinio.
Yes. Yeah, I was thinking, so I can download my consumer report to my tablet now.
Absolutely. And you want to think of it.
Is that free?
It is free.
Oh my goodness.
And you can store them on your tablet. So if you are a real fan of consumer reports, for instance, you can every month just download it and start developing your own collection right on your device. And there's all kinds of popular magazines, from Newsweek and 17 magazine, Cosmo, Consumer Reports. My husband loves National Geographic. So all of those are available, and they're beautiful. Just wonderful, easy to use, and again, our librarians are available to help you with any of the different resources.
Jan, you have so many opportunities for learning and literacy and information. The Des Moines Public Library is just full of good information for all of us in entertainment, education. So we really appreciate. We're going to have you come back, because there's so much more that we can gain from our public libraries. Everyone should stop in and visit. I think you'll be surprised, particularly if you haven't been there for a while.
And you can always call us too during business hours, 283-4152. We actually have people that will answer your questions on the phone.
Give us the number once more.
283-4152.
Well, thank you so much for being our guest today. But we're not done yet. Up next, we're going to take you to an enchanted forest that has been created here at the Forest Avenue Library. But first, we're going to take a quick break, so stay with us. City Talk will be right back.
This is my computer.
This is your computer. Let's go on the internet.
Let's go. Click it.
Yes.
Okay.
I cursor in between the R and the E. Pressing dot, I want you to just push the period.
She's gonna love me all over again now.
That's it. Jamaica, here you come.
Here we go.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. And I did it by myself. Feel smarter.
Welcome back. We're continuing our show on location today at the Forrest Avenue Library. My next guest is a creative force behind the new Early Literacy Center here at the library. She is Sarah Schulten, so welcome to City Talk.
Thank you.
Well, this is a beautiful place that they have created here, so let's first begin by telling everyone, what is an Early Literacy Center?
Well, early literacy is what children know about reading and writing before they can actually read or write. And research shows that children begin to learn about reading from the day they are born. And children can learn these important readiness skills now before they go to school. And so we've created stations throughout the library that highlight these early literacy skills. There are 5 of them, so that they can come and play and interact with those stations to help build those skills.
Wonderful. Is this a new concept, or is this something that we're going to find at public libraries around the country?
Well, literacy has always been a very important goal of libraries, but this station concept, these early literacy stations, are a new concept to the library, relatively new, and libraries across the nation are picking up on the importance of having these stations and creating these stations for children to come and learn their early literacy skills.
Okay. In addition to the very important activity that goes on here, this is a very beautiful place. I want you to tell us how this was created.
Well, we wouldn't have been able to do it without the generous donation from the United Way Women's Leadership Connection. That was the group that donated the funds for us to be able to do all of the things that we've done here at the Forrest Avenue Library. And they've donated the money to be used in 3 different ways. And the first was to create an interactive environment with a theme. And so that's what you see here are these beautiful trees. They came in and set these up, as well as the treetops that you will see later in the back. And so we were able to work with sticks to have that done here at the Forrest Avenue Library to help create our theme. And the second way the money was donated was to purchase materials for the early literacy stations that you see back here. And the third was to donate money for an update to our technology, our children's computers, so that the children's computers could be updated with the most up-to-date touchscreen technology with new games and wonderful. It's just been fascinating.
That is a wonderful gift, and a gift that will benefit them for the rest of their lives.
Yes.
It keeps on giving. Tell me, what role did the local community, the Des Moines community, play any other role in putting this together?
Well, as you all know, the Women's Leadership Group, the United Way Women's Leadership Connection, were the ones that donated the funds. And we did have one volunteer from the community in particular that was played a very important role in this project. Her name is Kathy Eddy, and she, as well as our children's librarian, Jim Meyer, and I were the ones that worked on putting all of these early literacy stations together.
What age group do you target for this project?
Well, we typically target about the age group of 0 to 6. And so that is the age group that we've tried to stress to help get those readiness, those school skills, those early reading readiness skills for that age group. But we also do have some activities available for some older children as well, the elementary age too.
I was looking at some of the literature, and it talked about the 5 early literacy skills to share with the youngsters before they actually learn to read. Can you tell us a little bit about what those 5 things are?
Yes, they're singing, talking, reading, writing, and playing. Those are the 5 early literacy skills that research has come up with for children to help them be able to read by the time they enter kindergarten.
Well, we know these kids don't come to the library on their own. They're usually with a parent or a caregiver. Do they have a role in this process or in this center?
Yes, absolutely. So children are invited to come and participate in these early literacy stations with their parents and their caregivers. And there is a sign indicating on each station what early literacy skill is being targeted, and how the children and the caregivers can interact with that station together.
Okay, all All right. Can other activities take place in this space, or is it sort of restricted for that only?
Oh, no, absolutely. There have been story times that can take place in this space, different programming that will be available in this space. It's just too beautiful of a space not to be able to utilize in other ways.
Where can our viewers get more information about the center here?
They'd be able to go to our website, www.dmpl.org. They'd be able to stop by any Des Moines Public Library location and pick up our early literacy brochure, which would explain a lot more information about early literacy, what parents can do with their children, and it talks about all of the 5 early literacy.
What will visitors find in the Early Literacy Center? Can you show us?
Absolutely. Let's take a walk right over here.
Okay. Well, this is beautiful.
Well, this is one of our early literacy stations that focuses on talking. And so as you can see, it's a tree house to go with our forest theme. And right here is a sign explaining what it is, the early literacy practice that it highlights. So we have Rosie Talks, and it's a tree house. And then there's a prompter of what to do together with a parent and caregiver and a child with the tree house. And so the prompter is talk about what the people are doing in the tree house. And of course, there's a slide, so they can take them down the slide. There's a ladder. So lots of talking and conversation that can go on here with the tree house.
And a whole little family in there.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, and what's the next station?
The next station, I'm going to take you over to our kitchen, which is right over here. This is our kitchen.
Okay.
It highlights talking again.
All right.
Rosie Talks. And the children just love this one. This is one that they gravitate to quite frequently.
Okay.
And our prompter for this one is talking about different types of foods. What foods can you eat raw? What need to be cooked? What foods can you eat with your fingers versus what you need to use silverware for? Okay. The nice thing is we have plenty of little prompters and toys that the kids can come and play with, and they can wash their dishes.
Yes, wash those dishes.
And put their dishes away.
And this is a little refrigerator.
Yeah, a little
here.
refrigerator. There's a little stove here on this side with some dishes in the stove.
That's wonderful.
So it's been quite a popular station
now
here.
I have to ask, because this is exciting play, is there a problem with them keeping quiet or keeping indoor voices while they're in the library?
We haven't had too much of a problem with that at all, which is quite surprising, actually. We were expecting it, but it seems that the children seem to understand that they are in the library and that they've understand that concept of kind of quiet play. So we haven't had too many issues with it, hardly at all.
All right, there are a couple more stations. Why don't we go, what's next?
Yes, right over here we have our writing center. Well, this is our writing center where we have our mailbox.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, so children can come and write letters if they would like. And we have some help in case they need some help with their manuscript or cursive writing on the back. And so our prompt right now is to show how you enjoy the new activities and draw a picture or write a thank you note to Rosie for the new literacy stations. And we do have quite a few in here at the moment. We could take a peek at a few. Yes, we have some pictures. We have some letters to Rosie.
Dear Rosie, my sister loves the new activities.
We have someone practicing their circles.
Okay.
So lots of fun things, and the staff just loves to read these, and we hopefully we'll be able to put these up on the wall to display as well.
Okay.
So.
And you have how many more? 2 more stations? 3 more?
We can talk about the art cart.
This is the art cart.
Yes, this one right here.
This is another station.
So this is our art cart where we're highlighting our writing skills once again. Right now we have a craft activity where kids can come and make some spring flowers, but really they can use these materials to make whatever they would like. We do rotate out specific crafts and such, but it's to give them an idea on how to hold a crayon It really does highlight those important writing skills that they're going to need once they get to school.
Wonderful. I can see more and more how this is honing in on all of those little things. And now this is another center on this side.
Yes, it is. This is what we like to call our baby nook. And so these books right here are board books specifically designed for babies. We have some baby toys here. We have a bin full of farm animals that children can come make what sounds do these animals make. They can play with those together. They've been able to pull them out and play with them on the carpet. We also have some grasping toys here. We have some fish that they can play around with and kind of move, and of course our caterpillar, which has been very popular, and some stuffed animals down in the lower bins as well that they can come and play with. So this space right here has been incredibly popular as well.
When you say baby, how old are we talking?
I would say 0 to 18 months.
Okay, that's wonderful. Something for everybody.
Absolutely.
And of course there is the technology station that you have here.
Yes, the technology station. Here are our brand new computers, our AWE Early Literacy Station computers with touchscreen interactive technology. And these computers, in fact, I'm surprised they're empty. There's hardly a moment that goes by here in the library where these aren't being occupied. So.
And what can they do? I'm going to just step across here. What can they do on these computers?
They can play different games, early literacy-based games, and they can start to learn about their alphabets, their numbers. Some of these two, for instance, are for the older ages, ages 6 through 14. Those down there are for ages 2 to 8. And so they have different games on them based on their age level as well.
This is absolutely wonderful, and the environment is beautiful. And we've kind of walked around this huge book center in the middle. So lastly, can you tell us what happens in this larger space in the middle of the center?
This is where a lot of the reading happens and the excitement over books happens here. This is our picture book collection. And so we see a lot of kids picking out their materials, pulling out books, parents and caregivers reading on the carpet together here. And this is where they sit down together and they'll read together. So it's been great.
You have done a beautiful job, Sarah, and this has been a very wonderful place to just explore. And I'm an older reader, so hopefully all of the children in Des Moines will get to experience this. Thank you for what you've done.
Thank you very much.
That wraps up this edition of City Talk. I hope you will join us again here on DMTV, City of Des Moines Cable Channel. Every month we will bring you new information about city services and facilities. Today's program can be seen again during the replays on the dates and times now listed on your television screen. DMTV is provided to the City of Des Moines free of charge by Mediacom Cable. You will find us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the basic tier of your cable service on Channel 7, Channel 86, and Channel 97.1. You can also watch DMTV online. Go to www.dmgov.org and click on DMTV or on the YouTube link channel. Watch any of our shows anytime you want with video on demand. You can find those links on the Public Information Office webpage and on YouTube. I'm Amelia Hamilton Morris. Thank you for watching.